Still to come, Gzira United, back in Europe after 45 years.
My name is Kushkiri. I am 53 years old. I have been a Gzira United supporter since I was very young. I was born in Gzira. Gzira is my life. Gzira is my passion. Gzira is my first love as well. And so it all started up from there. When I was 8 years old, our house was situated close to the stadium in Gzira. And my enthusiasm from Gzira started from there. I was a mascot for that final in 1973 when Gzira won the FA Trophy for the first time and had the right to participate in the Cup Winners' Cup. There were a lot of people crying, basically, players. Everyone was crying with the enjoyment. It was a big feat for Gzira. Having a club, small club with a small fan base, participating in Europe for the first time, it was something out of this world. It was just that occasion, and then all those years passed. So after 45 years, last year we were third. That's it, we've reached our target.
Few clubs have waited as long to return to European football as Gzira United. Hailing from the town in Malta, population just 8,000, their place in the Europa League's preliminary round marks the summit of a remarkable journey.
Gzira, as a club, for the past 20-30 years, was more of a club in the amateur side, sort of playing in the second, third division. When our president, Charlon Parch, took over about 6 years ago, he wanted to do great things for this club. In fact, he took the club from second division to first division. Then we spent there about 3 years. I took over, and after my second year, we were promoted to the Premier League. And in our second season in the Premier League, we managed to grab a UEFA Europa League place.
For the people of the town, it's a dream, because since it is a small town, they didn't believe that, listen, this club would find some people that they will manage to get this team where it belongs. But today, it's like everyone in the town is living a dream.
It's huge for us. First and foremost, it has a massive impact financially. And then, of course, there's the honour for Malta and its people, that a team as small as ours has made it to Europe.
Key to the club's success has been the approach of head coach Darren Abdiya.
I'm a relatively young coach. I'm still 38. I've got my UEFA Pro license last year. So I like to discuss a lot with the teammates. In fact, we have 2-3 senior players aged almost like me, 37-year-olds. So I feel that I involve much the players even in my decisions, although the last word is mine.
This is the striker, and you didn't follow. You just went back. No signs of the other.
3 of our key players, you know, like Roderick Briffa and Andrew Cohen, he's our captain now, and he's an assistant coach, you know, and myself. We were like stopping from our previous clubs. And the coach and the president decided that to see future in us. Where other clubs were saying that maybe we're not good enough, they believed in us. And I think with the experience that we get and with the kids inside us, we made a huge step that are arriving to the Europa League, you know?
Coach Darren is a great coach. He's still young, so can relate to the younger players in the squad. And he speaks to the older players, such as myself and a few others, in a very clear way. There's a great relationship between the coach and the players.
They bring a lot of experience with them. They played with national team. Cohen almost 80 games, Roderick almost 100 games, Justin well over 50 games. So yes, we'll discuss a lot and they give a lot from their experience.
Unlike the star names at the big clubs, who will contest the latter stages of this season's European competitions, Gzira's squad have to balance their football careers with second jobs. A major challenge for both playing and coaching staff.
I have a restaurant that's just opened. And then I have my business of aquariums that's called Just Water. All these together, the headache is to make them go smooth. A typical day, just waking up early and have a good breakfast. Then have some meetings during the day. In the afternoon, I go to my restaurant and see clients that they are fine and everything is moving smoothly. Then I go for training at 5 in the evening.
A typical day for me begins at 6 a.m. when I get up and take my son to school. After I drop him off, I usually start my job at around 6:45 and work for 8 hours. That's a normal day. After that, I'll go home briefly, then head out for training before getting back late. I'm used to it now, as I've been playing for such a long time, and I seem to have found a nice balance between working at the Maltese FA and playing for this club. I'm very grateful for the MFA's support.
Being a Maltese helps us a little bit in the sense that since we are a small island, you can reach from one place to another in a relatively short time. So if someone works, say, up until 2 in the afternoon, they might be training in half hour's time. So that helped a little bit. So we try to do our best. We try to help the players, give them supplements, recovery sessions with our physio, training in the morning. We use GPSs. So we try to be sort of professional, but in our limited resources and in our amateur league.
Most overseas players, however, do hold professional status. It's a balance that has worked wonders for Gzira. Senegalese striker Amadou Sam finished as last season's top scorer.
It's different here in Malta to a lot of places because foreigners tend to have a lot of free time. In the mornings, I'm at home with my family and I'm able to focus on football. So I can't wait to get to training and work hard. Whilst I've been in Malta, Gzira haven't been near the top of the league or even the European places. So it was an incredible year for us, as we achieved so much. Finishing third will remain in the club's history because we accomplished something huge.
The Gzira fans were behind us throughout the season. They were looking forward for us to get a European place. I think everyone was delighted. So the fact that Gzira from nowhere, 2 seasons before they were playing in first division and then they enter in European competition, it was a huge success and obviously the supporters loved it.
Gzira faced Andorrans, San Julia, in their first game back in Europe and marked the occasion in style. A 4-1 aggregate victory earned them a place in the Europa League first qualifying round. A huge achievement for this proud club who've risen again.
We want to perform in Europe. We want to do something that no other club in Malta did it before. Our intentions are that in few years we will manage to go in the groups.
I think we worked hard in summer to try to get some players which can help us achieve more. So we are hoping that with this combination of having experienced players with some very good youngsters, we are hoping that we go a little step further. we would love to get another European place. But obviously, trying to compete for the cup and maybe challenge for the league, it would be a dream come true.